Good day, everyone, and welcome to another candid conversation with the career development team. We today are going to be discussing the LinkedIn process, and we want to help you with building the perfect profile. We do know that many of you as college students are just getting started with your LinkedIn. Some of you all may already have a page already established and you are a professional. And then those of you that may need to freshen up that profile page. So with this quick conversation, we're going to discuss some highlighted areas to make sure that your profile is professional and ready for posting so that you can land that career or opportunity faster. And let's get started. So you want to make sure that you begin with a professional photo. So in the photo section, it doesn't have to be fancy. Just use your cell phone camera in front of a plain background and make sure that you wear a nice shirt and you don't forget to smile. You want to make sure that you have on appropriate attire, nothing too low key, low cut, and you don't want this photo to be the one that's typically on your fun social media pages. You want to make sure that this is a professional headshot. Again, nothing too fancy. You can easily snap this photo with your cell phone. However, you just want to make sure that it is a clean shot. No one in the background, nothing along the sides. If it's a nice photo of you where you're in a photo with someone else, make sure that it's a clean crop so that it is effective. Second, you want to make sure that your headline is clear. You have to tell people what you're excited about now and the cool things you want to do in the future. Your headline is what makes you stand out. So for instance, where we are with Chicago State University's Career Development Center, we have in our About section a brief overview of who we are and what we do. This also just happens to be our center mission and vision. So we want it to be clear, this is what we do here at Chicago State University. We prepare students and alumni to leverage their academic and leadership experiences to cultivate fulfilling experiential learning employment opportunities through individualized support and access to cooperative employer partnerships. We help to define, build, and enhance individual growth for lifelong career success. See, clear and to the point. You know exactly what it is that we do in our center. Next, you also want to make sure that you have a summary. In your summary, you have to describe your motives. Who are you? What are you skilled at? And what's next for you? So identifying what these options are can also be found on your resume if you do have one. But you want to make sure that this is a quick idea as to who it is that you are and what you plan on doing in the future. In the next section, which is the experiences, you want to list the jobs that you've held, even if they were part-time, along with what you accomplished at each. Even include photos and or videos from your work. This is especially important for our students that are in the CMAT field, because if you have a website or a social media platform that you'd like to highlight that demonstrates your work, you want to make sure that you have the links attached to this. And so for the experiences, you list all of your employment opportunities, those that are relevant to your career search. So you see where we have Career Development Center. You also see that our education is at Chicago State University, but you'll also see where there's the plus sign where you can add all of the different opportunities. So you just drop that down and you're able to add different opportunities to your list. Making sure that you can populate the logos. You'll see those logos down at the bottom. And if you don't see the logo, there isn't a place where I think you can export them and upload them to LinkedIn. However, I do believe that they are available for you. Above the the experience section, you'll get a chance to see where we have linked our YouTube channels as well as our social media. Because we are servicing students and the CSU community on various social media platforms, we have included our YouTube so that students can click the page to the link and get a chance to see our workshops. Additionally, you'll get a chance to see our activity on all of our social media platforms. So you want, again, you want to make sure that you are demonstrating on your LinkedIn page all of your high points, things that make you the most marketable, because this is an introduction as to who you are prior to the employer meeting you. And now I'm going to pass it on over to Xavier, who's going to talk a little bit more about the organization section.
Hello, everyone. This is Xavier Thaxter with the Career Development Center. Thank you, Ms. Pratt. So organizations are an extremely important aspect of your LinkedIn profile. One, because it connects you with people who have like-minded interests, and also allows you to keep up with what's going on in that organization or that field in which the organization exists, because LinkedIn is a networking social media site. So organizations can include social, such as clubs and organizations that you were a part of during your educational experience while at Chicago State, but it is also a great place to house your professional experience organizations that you are part of. So if you are a College of Business student and there is an organization for accounting majors that you're a part of, that would be something that you can add to your LinkedIn profile as well. Um, so you also want to think about things that also that you've had leadership roles in. So if that is an organization on campus, such as a fraternity or sorority, that you are a president or a vice president of, you want to add that to your organization and give a description of your roles and responsibilities as a leader within that organization. So next, I will talk about the education section very quickly. Ms. Pratt mentioned that you list all of your educational history after you complete high school. So no high school information is necessary. Only include education as far as your undergraduate degree, your graduate level degrees, but also any certifications or licenses that you have completed as well. You will see there that the different elements that you need to complete your education section, so make sure you fill those out fully. Next, I will go to the volunteer section. So here is really wide open for you. You can add things such as volunteering at a soup kitchen, or you helped out with the donation drive, or anything of that sort, or anything that is tied to maybe your professional organizations where you mentor students, other students in high school, and getting them prepared for their college applications. These are just a few examples, but volunteerism is an extremely important aspect of your professional career that employers do look for uh, in college graduates and professionals from that point on. Again, it connects you with people who are like-minded individuals, and also shows that you take time out of your schedule to give back to those who may be less fortunate than you. And then before I pass it along, I want to talk about the skills and expertise section. So this section is really cool because it allows people to see what skills that you've learned in your professional and educational career. So things like, um, for us, it would be things like career counseling and training and communication, but it also allows people within your network to endorse you for those skills. So you see that we have a few endorsements in, computer science, data analysis, and public speaking. But there's also our industry knowledge. So we are a well-versed department. So you can see our industry knowledge is quite vast. Then there's also tools and technology that you can add, interpersonal skills, and then other skills or additional skills like experiential learning, resume reviews, consultations, networking, and online social networking. So that is just a brief overview of these quick sections, and I will pass it along to Taylor.
Hi, everyone. Now we're going to talk quickly about honors and awards. So if we had received any honors, we are an office and we are a business, but if we had received any honors or awards in our office, we would definitely put those on our LinkedIn profile. If you've earned a prize in or out of school, don't be shy, let the world know about it. So if you've ever received, as Xavier said, you want to focus on your college career and beyond, but if you've ever received any honors or awards, you can add that section to your profile and you'll be able to list those there for potential employers to see. Similar to the education section, you can also add courses that you've taken while at Chicago State University. So you can add those to your LinkedIn profile as well. So if there is a list of courses that show off the skills and interests you're most excited about that are definitely related to the career industry you want to go into, you want to make sure that you highlight those courses on your LinkedIn profile. Projects. Projects are another great way of highlighting what you've been a part of while at CSU. As you can see here, we have a couple of different projects that we are a part of. For instance, the RISE Scholars. And so we are contributors of the RISE Scholars program, providing professional related services for incoming freshmen as they navigate their career pathways. So even though we are a contributor, this is still a project that we're a part of. So of course we want to highlight it on our LinkedIn profile. And our project that we are very proud of, Xavier is the creator of our Cougar Academy. So we have that listed and you can actually link who is the creator. Maybe you collaborated with some other individuals on a project, so you can link them there and you can show employers who created this project, what was the project for, and it shows that you have leadership skills. It shows that you have teamwork and collaboration skills. So if there are projects that you're working on that are related to your major, related to your career field, in or out of school, you want to make sure that you list those projects on your profile. So whether you led a team assignment, built an app, talked about what you did and how you did it. That's what you want to focus on. So again, talking about what you did in those projects and how did you do it. And then another important feature to round out your LinkedIn profile are recommendations. So recommendations will go towards the bottom of your profile. And those are where you ask individuals, maybe managers, maybe professors or other classmates you've worked with, if that you're close with, that if they could write a recommendation. And this gives extra credibility to your strengths and skills. It's always great when we talk about our own strengths and skills, but if somebody else can back that up, like Xavier said in that skills section in the middle of your resume, if you can get endorsed by another individual, if they can write you a recommendation and say, yeah, John was a great teammate. We worked on this project together. We built an app, or we built a game, whatever the case may be. If somebody else can kind of co-sign that you did have that skill set, that you did do a great job, that really speaks volumes to potential employers. And what you'll see here, interests, you can follow so many different individuals on LinkedIn. You can follow companies, you can follow industry leaders. So there's so many people you can follow in companies and just different things you can follow on LinkedIn to make sure that you're staying on top of trends in the industry that you're interested in. So make sure that when you go through and you complete your LinkedIn profile, that you complete it from top to bottom. You can go through and you can add sections and it will kind of walk you through here. You can start with your intro, again, making sure you're covering who you are and what you're about. And then you can go through all of the different sections and make sure that your profile is complete. You want to stand out to employers. You want to make sure that your LinkedIn profile is getting views, and it actually shows you at the top of your profile when you're creating it, you can see your insights. You can see your dashboard, how many profile views you've received, how many post views if you've posted, and how many times you've come up in searches. Now, if you're noticing your numbers are a little bit low and you're looking for a job, then maybe you want to go through, make sure your LinkedIn profile is 100% complete, and make sure that you're actively engaged on LinkedIn. Now, say you are looking for a job on LinkedIn. You can turn on in your profile settings, you can make sure that you can show recruiters you're open to work. So you can turn this feature on. It'll walk you through how to open up your profile so that recruiters can see it and know that you're looking for a job. But what I think is most important when we're getting started with LinkedIn is we want to make sure that we are customizing our profile. So going through, again, all of the different areas on LinkedIn, making sure that you completely fill them out, making sure that you're open to recruiters if you want to be, if you're looking for a job. But also what's important is making sure that you customize your profile and turning on your URL. So when you join LinkedIn, you're going to get a URL that is a bunch of numbers and it's a bunch of letters. You want to customize that so your LinkedIn profile is easier to send to people. It's easier to list on your resume. So all you have to do is go in and edit your public profile and URL, and you can add a professional ending for your LinkedIn profile. So if we click on it, you'll see ours is linkedin.com/State Careers. So you can edit that, you can shorten it. So that's this way you can add LinkedIn to your resume. Now, what else is important on LinkedIn is that they have a great job search tool. So if you go to LinkedIn, when you log in, at the top of your page, you will see a briefcase icon with jobs listed. So we're going to click on jobs, give it a second to populate. And say, for instance, you are a criminal justice major and you are getting ready to graduate and you are saying, I need to make sure that I walk away with a job. So let me get started ahead of time on my job search. So again, you're going to use all of your platforms and resources that you have available to you, especially utilizing the Career Development Center. But what you can see here is that LinkedIn has a job board. So if you are a criminal justice major, let's just start simple. We'll keep it broad. I'm interested in criminal justice and I'm interested in Chicago, Illinois. So now it is going to pull back all the jobs that are on LinkedIn related to criminal justice. Now, before we get started here, what you can see, there are definitely more filters that you can go through. So you can click all filters, you can walk through all of the different filters that LinkedIn has. Maybe you're only interested in jobs within 10 miles or 5 miles of a specific zip code. Maybe you're only interested in jobs that have been posted in the last week or the last month. Maybe you're interested in only internships or entry-level jobs. And again, LinkedIn is not just for jobs, but you can find volunteer experience, you can find internships, fellowships, all different type of experiences are listed on LinkedIn. So go through these different filters, make sure that you have what's important to you. But what we recommend is not making it too specific because you might not pull back as many opportunities as you're hoping. So keep your search open, keep it broad when you start out. And you will see I put in criminal justice. I'm interested in positions in Chicago, Illinois. So it is going to pull back some opportunities that LinkedIn thinks might be a fit. So as you can see here, there is actually a position at Chicago State University. So what LinkedIn is really good at is connecting you and networking you with individuals that you've gone to school with. Maybe you worked for the same organization. So it's going to show you that you have a certain amount of connections for an organization. And this is really helpful because maybe you have an individual that you can reach out to. Say it was CVS, and you found somebody that you went to school with that works at CVS. Well, now you can send a message on LinkedIn to this individual and ask them if they have any advice or have any additional information on the opportunities that you're looking for. So again, with the job board, there's so much you can do. You can read different job descriptions. This is a Border Patrol agent. So maybe it is your lifelong dream to become an agent for US Customs. So depending on the positions, some of them, they'll have their position descriptions here. Some of them may even list salary and income information, the requirements for the role. So you can go through all of this information. As you can see here, they actually have the income listed here for you. But when it comes time to apply, you can scroll back up and you can click apply. It'll take you right directly to the job application so you can submit. At certain times and certain jobs, you can actually submit right on LinkedIn with your LinkedIn profile information. So that's why it's so important that you completely have your LinkedIn profile filled out. Let's say I'm looking for criminal justice positions in the Chicagoland area, and I want to be notified anytime new positions become available. Well, no problem. LinkedIn says, hey, turn on a job alert. So you can turn on this job alert. I want to be notified daily or weekly. I want them to send me emails and notifications, and you can specify this to your needs. So anytime new positions come available, they're going to send you an email saying, hey, we have some new positions posted on LinkedIn for criminal justice. Take a look at them. So when you get on LinkedIn, first things first, complete your profile thoroughly. You want to walk through your profile from top to bottom. Make sure you've listed everything that highlights you and showcases your skill sets and really helps you stand out among the crowd. And then don't forget to click on that briefcase icon at the top of your LinkedIn profile if you are searching for opportunities. Go ahead and create some job alerts. There is no limit to the amount of alerts that you can create. So if you have different jobs that you're looking for, create alerts for all of your different jobs. LinkedIn will then notify you when there's positions and new positions that become available for you to take a look at to see if you want to apply to. And if you are looking for opportunities, turn on your LinkedIn profile so that recruiters are available to view. If you have any questions, this is just a quick overview of LinkedIn. Feel free to make an appointment with our office. We definitely help with creating LinkedIn profiles and reviewing LinkedIn profiles. We are more than happy to do so. So don't hesitate to reach out to us. Follow us, like, and subscribe to our social media platforms so that you can become aware of all of the different events and information and opportunities that we have to offer. So thank you so much. We hope this was informative and don't hesitate to reach out.